Now, by following these tips and exercises, you'll be well on your way to building a strong vocal foundation that will serve you well as a singer, not just on cruise ships, but if you're doing community theater, regional theater, cruise ships, anywhere. If you're on Broadway, these tips are going to help you. Yeah? What's up, guys? My name is Jared, and today we're going to be talking about building a strong vocal technique. As a production vocalist myself, I know that it is incredibly important to have strong vocal technique, as it is the reason that I have been able to make it to the level that I have today in my career. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about that. My name is Jared. If you are new here, I have about 18 years worth of experience in the entertainment and performance industry, and I have been doing cruise ships since 2022. If this is something that you're interested in, if you're interested in learning more about what it's like to perform on cruise ships, or if you're interested in auditioning for cruise ships, I would encourage you to subscribe, like this video so you can get more content like this. Currently, we're going through this book that I wrote right here. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes and everything right here. But this is my book that I wrote. It's a short guide called Charting Your Course, a singer's guide to the cruise industry. And if you are interested, I would love for you to take a look at that. But today, we're talking about building a strong vocal foundation. So like I said, as a production show vocalist, my voice is my instrument. Just like someone might play the trumpet or the guitar or something like that, my voice is the instrument that I use in my performance. And taking care of it is crucial to my success, right? Today we're going to be talking about the importance of vocal technique. I'm going to give you a few ways to improve your strength, flexibility, and control, and then we're going to be talking about some tips to maintain your vocal health, right? So, the importance of vocal technique. It is the foundation upon which all singing is built. Good vocal technique allows you to sing with ease, power, and expression, while poor technique can lead to vocal strain, fatigue, and even injury. In my career, I have seen a lot of very talented vocalists fall short of what they wanted in this career because their technique wasn't at the level that they needed to be at for what they were trying to do, or they were trying to do things that were outside of what was healthy for their voice, and therefore ended up hurting themselves in some instances, or at least setting themselves back in others. And I don't want that for the people watching this video. If you're here and this is something that you care about, I want you to have a good career, right? I want you to be able to achieve the goals that you might have, and that is going to include making sure that you're using proper technique when you're singing. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're singing like opera or anything like that. I know a lot of people think vocal technique and they're like, I'm not trying to be like, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that you're being an opera singer or whatever, but it's just using proper technique whenever you're singing, whatever you're singing, right? So some easy ways to improve your vocal strength, flexibility, and control. Number one, warm-ups. Let's say it again, warm-ups. This doesn't have to be anything crazy, just something to warm your voice up. If I asked you to go run a half marathon, you would probably warm up before you did it. If I asked you to lift 200, 300 pounds in some way, you would probably warm up to that weight. But for some reason, people think, oh, I'm going to sing, I'm just going to go for it, right? And that's when you feel that vocal strain. That's when you feel that hard frying sensation inside of your throat, like you're cooking something. It's your larynx. That's what's happening, right? So warm up with a simple lip trill, tongue trills, or humming to loosen up your articulatory muscles and get your voice ready for singing. This does not have to be anything crazy. It could be something as simple as a hum. There are tons of times when I have just used a simple hum to allow myself to warm up. Just right, just moving up and down the scale. Not letting anything take too much pressure or tension, but just letting everything kind of relax and open up to a point where it's going to be more useful in a few minutes. Next up, As part of that, scales and arpeggios. Sing scales and arpeggios in different ranges to build strength and flexibility. Now, I'm going to assume that if you are interested in auditioning for cruise ships, you probably already have a certain level of vocal ability or skill level or some type of training that you've gone through. If you don't, that's okay. That's not a bad thing, but that just means that some of these words are going to mean a little bit more to other people maybe than they do to some other people. So when I say scales, I mean going up and down the melodic scale, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up in each key like on a piano, right? And then arpeggios would be 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, going up in different intervals, basically, if you want to think about it like that, as opposed to going up each individual note, right? And so for me, I use the number system. That's what I grew up on. That's what I learned. I know some people use the, the solfege system and stuff like that, but I find that the number system works really well for me and just keeps my mind right in what I want it to feel, which is the notes that I'm singing, right? So scales and arpeggios, working on that strength and flexibility, breathing exercises. This is one that I actually don't do enough, and that's practicing deep breathing to expand your lung capacity and improve your breath control. This is something I used to do a ton when I was first learning how to sing, and honestly, you can put between 90 and 95% of vocal problems up to breath support, right? So I'm not talking about anything crazy. I'm just talking about taking a deep breath, filling up that diaphragm, right? Not letting the shoulders lift too high, but just, and then just controlling that breath out, controlling, breathing for a long time, letting yourself get a lot of air out on the way out, and then practicing getting more air to come out over a longer period of time, right? Getting yourself used to that to that amount of air that you're moving, right? Next would be vocal agility exercises, rapid passages or melodic patterns to improve your vocal agility and accuracy. This is not a video of me singing, but just as an example, one that I really like to do is it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Then I go up to the next key and I start again. It's just a really simple exercise that I learned in high school, of all places, and I've just stuck with it because it's a really nice, easy way for me to practice that dexterity and that agility when it comes to my vocals. And then last in this list, this is not exhaustive, right? But dynamic control exercises. Practice singing with varying dynamics. So this could be something as easy as like a siren, like starting really quiet and go, and bringing it all the way in a nice big space and then bringing it back down to a really soft space. I don't want you to necessarily think about like loud and quiet, but like big and soft is a really good words to use. So some tips for maintaining vocal health. Number 1, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your vocal cords hydrated and healthy. And remember, there's a difference between liquids and like water, right? We can drink a ton of liquids, Diet Cokes, right? I'm bad about Diet Cokes. I will drink a pack. I buy a pack every cruise, right? And then I'm usually buying a new pack the next cruise because I've drank all 12. But I'm also going through 1 or 2 packs of water per cruise as well because I'm trying to stay hydrated. Number 2, and this is one that I struggle with a lot, that's getting enough rest. Adequate rest and sleep are essential for vocal recovery and rejuvenation. This is true across the board. There's not many things in life that you can do physically that a good night's sleep won't help, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head, and if you can, please leave them in the comments. What are some things that you can do without sleep, right? No, but I really want you to put some emphasis on your ability to sleep and that recovery for your ability to sing better, right? Next up is avoid vocal strain. This one is more about self-control than anything. Avoid screaming, shouting, making excessive noise, which can strain your vocal cords. As funny as it might seem, this right here, just talking at enough, when you're already under the fatigue maybe of a contract, maybe you're singing, 3, 4, 5, 8 times a week. If you were doing 8 shows, if you're on a Broadway, that is the amount of shows that you're doing. But depending on how much you're using your voice, I sing every day for the most part. I get one full day off every 2 weeks is my current schedule. And so I'm using my voice a lot. And so talking this much can have an adverse effect if I'm not doing everything else in this list to keep myself healthy. And then finally, to finish off where we started, warming up and cooling down. Always cool down after you are done singing to prevent vocal strain. This, again, doesn't need to be anything crazy. It can just be nice, steady, ha, ha, right? Different vowels, letting your voice come down the same way that you would, again, if you were running, if you had done a sprint workout, and you finish and you want to just collapse on the ground, but your coach says, no, I need you to walk. I need you to move your muscles. I need you to come down from this intensity that you've built up and let yourself relax. It's the same thing when it comes to vocals, right? Now, by following these tips and exercises, you'll be well on your way to building a strong vocal foundation that will serve you well as a singer, not just on cruise ships, but if you're doing community theater, regional theater, cruise ships, anywhere. If you're on Broadway, these tips are going to help you, yeah? But if you are interested in learning more about what I have to say when it comes to cruise ships and auditioning for cruise ships, I would love for you to take a look at the guide that I have written. I have a paperback copy as well as an ebook, and I would love for you to take a look at it. My name is Jared. Again, I have about 18 years of experience in the entertainment industry, and I would love to be a help for you if you are looking for a place to build and hone your craft. If you think that I could be a help for you, please reach out. Let me know how I can help you. A great way to just help me would be check out the book. If you want to take and like this video, maybe subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you around here more often. Let me know what you thought about this. I'm getting really close to the end of my contract. I'm about a month out, so very exciting. But we're taking a look at this book right now, and then I've got some other really cool different lessons that I want to start talking about, different ways to think about auditioning, and some other really exciting stuff coming down the track. So if you want to hear more about that, please subscribe. But we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.